Hi there and welcome to my third tutorial on Java, and in this tutorial I will talk about scanners. I will also mention some information about a file of variables, so just have a look and enjoy. First of all, we have to import a library to be able to use the scanner. If we don't import it, the program itself, depending on what type of program you have, I have Eclipse, but depending on what type of program you have, it probably will ask you to import the scanner or the whole library. So you have to import the library to use the scanner. And to import the library, we say import, then we say java dot, and then we say utl dot, and we can say scanner or the star, which will import the whole library. I can say star or scanner instead of star and it will still work. Now I have my library imported. What I have to do now is create a scanner. Let's define it. So scanner, and then the name of the scanner, like input, equals new scanner system.in. So that's a new scanner and it's used for input. So basically, if I use now some kind of variable, this input, I will be able to input data to my variable. So let's create a variable, let's say integer number with no values assigned, and now say number is equal to input dot, and now you have a list of different methods. Now those methods basically there if you use different type of variables. For example, next short you have, which is a variable type, byte, integer. We will use next int as we have integer variable. But if you have, for example, double or short or byte, you have to use next and the name of the variable. For example, if you change that to the string, you just use simply next. You don't use any type, you just say input.next, and that's it. And this will allow you to input the string. Okay, so I am able now to input my variable, and for example I want to print it out, so system.out.print line, let's say, and my variable, which is number. There. Yeah. So let me run this now. Come on. Alright, so you can't see any messages because I didn't write one. But I can input some kind of number and then it will be displayed. So the best thing is to do, whenever you ask for the input, specify the message before, like so, and print line, let's say, and please enter your number. Something like this. It doesn't matter what type of thing you write actually when you're learning. But later on you can use those messages to prompt to user what type of thing you expect him to input and stuff like this. Okay, so if I run this again, you will see the message first, then I can input some kind of number, and this number will be displayed again by the program. I can do many things with it. I can also calculate this. I can use this variable for calculations or for different checks, for example, to state the flags in if statements. That will of course come later on, as we didn't cover if statements yet, but don't worry. Okay, so that's how the scanner works. I will also show you with a string. Just name it some name, or let's say so string, and then I'll ask again string, not string, name, sorry, equals input. I can use the same scanner. It's not, I don't have to define 10 scanners to use for different variables, which is why it's useful, because you just have one scanner and that's it. You can use it for integers, for strings, and so on. And here you have next only, and I will be able to input the string. Of course, it also would be good to print out some kind of message. The out, the print line, and it was alright. Is enter your name. That's it. Okay, so you will have an input then, and then someone enters the name, and for example, let's display it then. System.out.print and name. So pretty simple things and nothing confusing. So let's say 23, and then it will display 23, and then the program asks me for my name. So let's say arc like this, and it will display the name. And so pretty much that's how you can use the scanner for the inputs basically. But also I mentioned about final variables. A final variable in Java is something called a constant variable in different languages. For example, in Visual Basic, this is called a constant variable, which means you cannot change it, and you assign the value straight ahead to this variable. And it looks like this: final, for example, integer, and let's say n2 equals 20. And if I want to change it, n2 equals 30, let's say, I cannot do this because this is a final variable and its value is like a final and you cannot change it. So this variable is actually useful for constant numbers which you calculate. For example, price of something which is constant, doesn't change, for example. You can use it for the price calculation or something like this, which doesn't change, numbers which doesn't change. That's how the final works. And that's pretty much concludes the tutorial. As I said, visit my webpage and YouTube channel for more tutorials. If you like the videos, subscribe on the channel or the videos, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye.